The result? 130,000 immigrants entered in the past year alone. Despite Wilders' efforts, so much so for the toughest immigration policy we've ever seen.
So now let's pause in America for just a second. I want to show you a video of Eva Vlaardingerbroek, who is a wonderful, I've had her on the show before, and I was with her at CPAC Hungary, and that's where this video is from. Just 2 weeks ago. She is from Holland, and Holland obviously has had a huge immigration problem and lost so much of their once wonderful, wonderful culture. Much of my family is actually from Holland. I still have some family members there. And here she is talking about how Geert Wilders, who is the prime minister of Holland, although he is now in essence breaking down the government because he doesn't have a makeup in his cabinet to do anything about the immigration problem, so he's trying to bring a new, more right-wing government in, but basically talking about how out of control everything is in her country. And maybe this is a bit of a warning for what's going on here.
Many experts have been warning for years now that a civil war is impending. But I believe that our reality is actually worse than that. In a civil war, there are two sides fighting. Here in Europe, only one side is. And I can tell you that it's not us. It's not the white native population of Europe. That doesn't mean, though, that the average European is okay with all of this. We are trying to constitute change through the official channels, but so far, with no luck. For example, in my country, the Netherlands, Geert Wilders' party got a whopping 25% of the votes in the elections of 2023. That's more than he's ever gotten before. And Wilders' single most important aim has been to close the border. In fact, our current government has implemented the, and I quote, toughest immigration policy our nation has ever seen. The result? 130,000 immigrants entered in the past year alone. Despite Wilders' efforts, so much so for the toughest immigration policy we've ever seen.
Now, amazingly, that very day, that afternoon, I sat down with Eva and Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban, and Orban was saying how Wilders is in a lot of trouble because once you create a coalition, they have coalition governments. It's not just two parties. Much of Europe has this. You need to get all these parties together to get a mandate to do something. But then what happens is to create the coalition, you have to basically work with parties who are working against you. So Wilders had all of these lefty parties, and he's been able to do nothing. And what Orban said in our meeting was basically he's going to have to fold that government because he's never going to get it done. Well, subsequently, just like 2 days after that, Wilders did collapse the government. They're going to have new elections. Hopefully he will win and get more of a right wing in.